Good morning, everybody. Back at Saltwick Bay today. I'm not really here on a proper collecting trip. Liam from Forgotten Fossils, I've linked him before. I'll link down in the comments, but in the bio below. He sent me a video a couple of days ago. Found some really nice crinoid, and he wasn't taking it all. There were some other pieces. Hard to tell on the video whether it was worth collecting or not. He wasn't too sure himself. There was some small articulation, but it's hard to see on the video. So, thought, sod it. I've got a day off. I'm going to come out and have a look at it. See if it's worth anything. I did find some crinoid from more or less the same spot. It's a little bit further down. About 2 weeks ago. That's starting to come out really nice. I'm prepping it currently. So yeah, that's on the agenda today. Maybe a few ammonites and whatnot, but I'm mainly here for the crinoid just to see if that's worthwhile taking. If you stick around at the end of the video, I'll show you some progress on what I've been making with that crinoid, because it's starting to come out really, really nice. And crinoid is incredibly rare on Yorkshire. Like, as far as I'm concerned, bones easier to come across than crinoid is. You go down to Dorset, you're picking it up all day long on the beach. Plenty out there, but Yorkshire just, I mean, I'm not clued up too much on the science of everything, but it's rare. So let's get started. I'll actually show you the video of when I found the crinoid last week or the week before. Can't remember any. I think it was a couple of weeks ago now. Yeah, I'll show you the video of that. I did make a video on that trip, but for some reason, every time it just edited out to YouTube, it was just dreadful. So I'll stick it in this video for you so you can see how good that piece was. Just having a quick browse on my way to where my spot is, and then just seeing this. Nice little dark. Lovely. Check this bad boy out. That would have been a pretty nice big philo. Absolute stunning ammonites. That's a shame that. That'd have been a corker in its day. Oh well. So found the crinoid again. Found it where Liam had said exactly where it was. It's touch and go whether it's going to be. It's a little worn around the edges, but there's still some articulated 3D pieces, so I'm hoping, and there's a couple of layers of shale running over the top of it, so I'm hoping that there's plenty of articulated crinoid running underneath that plane, but you don't know until you've prepped it, and it's going to take absolutely hours. So I'll show you exactly what it is now. Came out actually really good for once as far as splitting shale goes, so I'll show you. Here it is. Might be hard to make out at the minute. Where am I? There's articulated pieces there. I mean, the block, there's some really worn around edges. It's hard to see with all the rain that we've been having, and I've just washed it off, but there is articulation in there, so there's every chance that there's more. But it's a nice piece. Might come out good, might not, but you don't know unless you take these chances. So that might be me happy. That might be all I pick up today, but it's good to have a day out anyway. Just realised too, I didn't film that at all getting it out, which I should have done, but I think I got a little too excited. So it is what it is. But I might do a prep video of it, but I don't know how long that could take. My other bits, I'm fairly certain is a lot better than that, but that does show the potential. But you don't know until you get down to that layer. But there is some articulation, so it's got hope. But we'll see. We'll see when I get round to it. But now I'll have a quick browse around, see if there's any ammonites around. So I'm sure you might see some. It's hard going though today, so let's go. Big belemnite. Part of its fragment cone attached. It's all crushed. I don't tend to collect these much these days. Did pick them up a lot when I first started, but they soon get boring. And like I was saying earlier on with the belemnites, it's never really worth collecting. But I mean, that still runs underneath there. That's gone 6 inches. That'd be about a 7-inch belemnite. Part of the fragment cone still there. Fragment cone is the living chamber of where they lived. This was the rear of the animal, the guard. It was like a squid-like little creature that came out of here. But that would have been, if it were whole, that would have been worth collecting, but obviously it's far too gone. It's all washed out and worn away now, so leave that there. I can't quite believe that I'm saying this, but I've just found more crinoid nowhere near the previous spot neither. It's pretty good. I'm quite lost for words. So, looks like I'm taking 2 decent pieces of crinoid home today. What's going on? There must be some beds washing out or something, something, because crinoid don't wash up that often. So, I'll extract that now and I'll show you after. So, crinoid part 2. It's hard to bloody tell with all the how wet it is. Take it out of the light a little bit. You just can't see it. But all of that, just about make it out down here. Big piece. That's cracking. Quite literally. Just giving these a coat of flipping paraloid. I mean, Christ. Probably best off not doing it with water, but that runs all the way down there. This piece also connects. I think that bit went down here somewhere. Can't remember where, but I can always glue that back together at a later point. But that's unbelievable, that. 3 pieces of crinoid in one day. Absolutely amazing. What an amazing day. Came up here just to check out a bit of crinoid that Liam had told me about. That were quite nice. So, got that. Then walking back, you know, I've not had much luck with any ammonites. I've literally got 1 DAC in the bag. That is it, completely. And then I spot another layer. And there's more, I think, there. I'm going to save that for another day. I'm fed up of panicking. I'm going to have to get myself a petrol saw or something to get something like that out from it in the future. Chiseling, it's just not fun in shale. It just splits everywhere. One of them pieces might not make it, the smallest piece, but you know, that's fine. You know, you can't save them all. I've glued them up and everything's bubble wrapped, taped up. That's all I can do. But yeah, I mean, that's blown my mind, that. What's turned out to be just a next to nothing trip, just to get a day out, has ended up being one of the best trips I've had in years, maybe even just in general as far as rarities go. So I'm walking back now. I don't dare put anything else in my bag. I don't want to risk anything, even if it is bubble wrapped. So I'm signing out. Like, subscribe, comment and tell me if you'd have spotted that, because I mean, it's only recently I've seen to have started spotting it. So yeah, let me know. And I'll have plenty more videos coming up soon. I'm heading out at least 2 days next week because there's some big seas coming up, so hopefully that'll shake everything up a bit. So I'll see you next time. Stay safe out there and enjoy yourself, and I'm going to walk back up the cliff now, so have fun. Back home now after that very successful trip. So I'll show you the crinoid now that I've been working on. Probably put about 4 or 5 hours into it so far, just with air abrasive. Can't be any pen work really, barring taking a very thin layer off the top just to get a bit further down, or using iron powder at the minute. I think that's what I should be using. Certainly not using the aluminium oxide, because I think it'll just blow through it. So I'll show you now. And this is it currently. It's a bit dark at the minute, but I've just got it glued up because I don't want anything flipping escaping. But I mean, there's some absolute corker bits. It just runs all the way. What a find. That's a nice big piece too. Hoping that there's maybe more that runs through here. I'm not certain, but either way. And look. Look at that. Brilliant, absolute cracker. Good stuff.